Yeah. One thing I've noticed is, just to touch upon that, people doing 95 jobs.
Mhm.
If you asked a lot of them, like 70% of them, right, they would rather be doing something else, right?
Mm.
It might still be another job,
Yeah.
right? It might not be a business, but for some of them, that a portion of them would be, I want to do my own thing. It could be a business, right? But they've got that dream, they know what they want to do, but that sacrifice, they don't. It's like, you have to put in a lot of that sacrifice, or to have that success. You're right. You have to focus and put effort into it consistently for you to get any success, right? But they don't want to put that time in. Or they'd rather watch TV or whatever it is. So how do they get into that mindset of like being in that militant mode where, oh, I know I finished work, I'm tired, but even regardless, I still need to get the job done.
Again, like that is something that has to come from within. Like
Yeah.
a lot of the times I'd say to myself, if I don't do it, who's gonna do it? If I want to reach a certain level, if I want to get to a certain place, I have to drag myself there. No one's going to come and say, okay, you're now a travel creator. We're going to get you jobs in this country. You're going to do this. You're going to make this. It's not going to just come down. No matter what you're doing, you have to have that willpower within you. You're not going to get someone else. You might have your partner, like Alhamdulillah, like my wife. She's very supportive of what I do, and the sacrifices I have to make, and she's understanding, and she'll be there like, yeah, you have to do this, you have to do that. But a lot of the time, I think I sit down and I'll think, if ever I'm feeling lazy, if I'm ever like, and it happens, it's natural. Like a lot of the times, it's happened over the past year where I'm like, sitting like, I don't want to do this right now, but it comes down to the fact that I want to reach this level, and the only way I'm going to reach it is if I do it myself. No one's going to come and do it for me. No one's going to come and do this work. I have to put that time in. I have to put that sacrifice in, and that's the only way I'm going to reach my goal. That's the only way I'm going to reach to where I want to go. And also, like in a sense, don't think, okay, I'm here right now, I want to reach there, and don't think that, okay, it's such a massive jump. Think of the steps that you're going to make to reach there. Like, say you want to like have multiple different businesses, you want to branch out and have like an empire, for us to say, it's going to be there, right? But you're starting here. So first step is like, what are the steps you're going to make to get there? Focus on the step. Don't focus on like, okay, it's all the way there. It's too far. I'm not going to be able to get there. How am I going to be able to put in the work to get there? Focus on each step you have to take along the way, and put the effort in to get there, because that's the way you're going to feel motivated. But it is natural. It's going to happen. A lot of the times I sit down, I was like, oh, I can't be bothered to do this right now. I don't want to do this, but I just have to sit myself up and think, listen, if I don't do this, then no one's going to come and do this work for me. So I have to do this. I have to make the sacrifice. I have to sit down and do the work. And I think, and it still comes down to the fact that it has to come within you. You can't expect that, okay, I want to make a business, I want to build a business, I want to build a brand, but I'm going to put in half effort. You're going to get there half the time. You're going to get there a lot
Double the
slower.
time. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's like the main thing. It has to come within you, and you have to keep reminding yourself that if you don't do the work, no one's going to do it for you.
Of course. I think you made a very good point actually, which is not to be focused on the output of where you want to reach.
Mhm.
And a lot of people, I think, are focused on the future and traumatized by the past, and they're stuck in this ever set of like, I'm not really happy in the situation I'm in. I want to be, exactly that, which is like, let's say, a 6, 7 figure business, but I'm not there yet. But they're dreaming about that. But a lot of the people that are already in those positions, they've worked really hard for it, and they sacrificed a lot, they put in a lot of the hard work, but it hasn't come easy to anyone.
No.
Yeah, do you think a lot of people see your content and think that it's your, like, because especially doing like maybe working a job, and then they might go on holiday once a year, and they're seeing you going on holiday quite a bit and things like that? Do you think it comes to a point where they're thinking you've got a bit of an easy life, it seems a bit chilled out?
Yeah, honestly, I get a lot of people that say, mashallah, you're chilling, you're always chilling, you're going on holiday and things like that. And it's expected, because what people see on social media is literally the tip of the iceberg. They don't see the work behind it. And it's not to say that I want people to acknowledge the work I put behind it. It's never that. I want people to enjoy what I'm putting out there. But there is a lot of work that goes in behind that people don't see. And that's with anything, with any business. People think, let's say, for example, one of the biggest companies in Leicester that's expanded, Chaiwala, right? It didn't just happen overnight that they had over 50 stores worldwide. They started with that one store on Evington Road, and they built from there. And Alhamdulillah, Allah gave them success, and they, through their hard work, they
Oh
were
yeah.
able to build from that. Same way with like the social media, and especially like you said, because it's always like holiday stuff. People say they're chilling in Maldives, and then I'm in Qatar, and going for Umrah and this and that, and like Alhamdulillah for all these opportunities. But it didn't just like come on a plate. Like it has taken a lot of hard work, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of late nights. I'll be honest. Like in the past year, the amount of times the amount of times I sleep like 4 5 a.m. just because I'm doing work.
Really, yeah, yeah.
And like
Sleepless nights, and yeah.
yeah, sleepless nights. And with something like this, with a business, with a brand, you're always switched on. You're always switched on in that thinking. That when I'm away, was in Maldives for like 8 9 days. Every single moment of it, I'm like working. My brain's working. If I'm not holding a camera, my brain's working. Okay, I need to make this content. I need to make that. I need to do this. I need people to showcase that. And I'm always switched on in that sense. And a lot of business owners are always going to be like that as well because it, it's your business, it's your brand. You want to be able to build it, and you don't always have that luxury to switch off and not think about it because it's always constantly on your mind. There's always something to solve. There's always something to work on. So even with me, like it is these holidays, they're not holidays.
No, no, yeah.
It's work. And again, obviously a lot of them I always go with my wife as well. And obviously for my wife, I wanted to relax and stuff like that. But it's like I needed to help me with some work, and obviously, alhamdulillah, like I said, she always supports me so much, and like it wouldn't be easy for me to get to where I was without that support. To keep me going, to have someone that's that close to you to always show that they're supporting you to go forward and to push forward. But yeah, there's a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of hard work that goes behind it. It's not all just chilling on a beach in Maldives. It's not all just enjoying food in Istanbul. It's a lot of hard work, and I think with any business, with any brand, that's always going to happen, and that's the only way something's going to come about. And this is something I realized, alhamdulillah, very soon in it. When I started it, I was like, okay, I need to dedicate time to first of all, grow my audience on social media. I need to dedicate time to become better as a content creator, videographer. I need to spend a lot of time researching the market. What are people going to be interested in seeing? How am I going to be able to approach hotels and tourism boards to be able to work with them? How am I going to improve my content? I need to like watch this video and that video to improve my color grading, my editing techniques, and everything. So there's a lot behind it that a lot of people don't see, and but that sacrifice is necessary for anything, and that sacrifice is where you're going to build from.